Hello everyone, it's week 1 in August and of course time for a brand new prompt of the month in the Facebook group, the Mixed Media Emporium. Now the prompt for August is butterflies, and I'm going to be using the beautiful batik papers that I made about 4 or 5 weeks ago. For anybody who's interested in seeing how I made these, I'll leave the link to the video in the description box below. Really simple and easy to make, and lots of ways that you could improvise my technique. Some of these were made on really thin rice paper, others on slightly thicker handmade papers, and I just used melted wax and watercolours. Just absolutely beautiful. Let me show you what I'm going to do with some of these. For instance, this one here I think would make the most wonderful tag. Now the wax, the little dots that you can see, are translucent. Let me just grab a piece of Asian paper and you'll see that you can see the text underneath or through the background. Let me just show you. If I move this, you can see it. Might be able to see it better if I show you the other way around. And that's the nice thing about these as well. We've got two different sides. We've got this one here which is more purpley, this one here which is more blue. So I need to try and decide which side I like best. I think I like the blue side. So I think what I'm going to start off by doing is cutting myself a tag shape. I need to decide what colour cardstock I want to use, and then also decide which type of paper I want to use as well. I've got several types of Asian paper that I picked up when I was in Vietnam a few years ago. You see this one here is slightly darker in print, and perhaps that might show up better. You see I can see that better through my print. So let me just grab some more supplies and I'll be straight back. To start off with, you can see I've cut myself a piece of craft cardstock, slightly larger than the piece of paper I've got, much bigger at the top just because I want to cut this into a tag. I'm going to do this freehand as I always do, so cut one corner off. Let me just make sure I get this the right way round, turn it over to the other side, and this way it's a really easy way of getting the corners symmetrical. Of course you don't have to do this if you don't want to, you can wing it, but I like my corners to be symmetrical. So that's my tag shape. I've also cut myself a piece of Asian paper. I've got no idea what language this is. I got Korean, I got Japanese, I got Chinese, I got absolutely all sorts when we were on holiday, and people were just leaving their books behind and you could swap them. So I left some of my English ones and I took some of theirs and brought them home. So I'm just going to glue this onto my background, something like this. I've decided that I'd quite like to add a little bit of stitching. So what I'm going to do is just apply a small amount of glue stick just to the back, just to hold this in place. And I'm going to take this off to my sewing machine. So let me stand up and make sure I get that fairly central. I've got no idea whether this is even the right way up, so for anybody out there watching, excuse my ignorance. That's what it looks like with the stitching. You can see the stitching on the back. I'm just going to trim my fibers. I think I might quite like to leave those. I think those look kind of cute. I think this is definitely the right way up because we've got the commas here, so I know that that's the right respectful orientation. So I just need to find myself a butterfly embellishment that I can use to decorate this with. I'm going to keep it really, really simple. I'm just going to use one of the Tim Holtz transparent butterfly wings. I just need to find one that's the right kind of size. For instance, this one here is too small. This one here would be way too big, but maybe this one here would be the right size, and I'd like to sew this. So what I'm going to do is just fold this up because I would like to have my butterfly to have some dimension, and I'm going to take this off to the sewing machine and I'm just going to add a few stitches just in the center of the butterfly here like this. So of course I've just taken my butterfly off to my sewing machine. That's what it looks like on the back. I've cut the threads off on the back. Here's the tails here, but I've kept these too long because I'm thinking that these can make my antenna. What I want to do is just add a tiny amount of glue. Hang on, I'm just going to use my my colloidal glue in this fine decanter. And let me just grab, actually, in fact, a pencil would do fine. Anything just to try and get that to stick down. And I'm just going to leave that for a minute or two just for that glue to grab. Just wipe it away from your wings. Let me just grab a microfiber cloth. Just, you know, grab any of the, get rid of any of the excess glue. But then once that's dried, we can cut these strings and that will form our antenna. I'm just going to leave it to dry first just so that I can see how long I want them to be. Whilst I'm waiting for that glue to dry, I might as well add some glue to the back and stick this down to my tag base. Again, I'm just going to add my 3-in-1, my colloidal glue. Just a small bead, don't need too much. There we go, that will be fine. And let's just pop this down, just make sure I don't get my strings stuck underneath. Try and get the border fairly even, that will do. Whoops, just be gentle about it. And then let's just trim my strings. Let's have them there to start off with. And I think that will do fine. How cute does that look? That's really pretty. Isn't that just beautiful? A really natural looking tag. I decided to cut my strings just a tiny bit shorter. Let me just hold this up to the camera just so that you can see. There they are. Isn't that just absolutely lovely? Now to finish this off, I just want to add a hole at the top so that I can apply some strings through it, thread some strings through. Let's eyeball this. So I'm just using my crocodile to do that. I do want to add an eyelet, so let me just grab an eyelet in this vintage gunmetal colour. So I'm just going to poke that through the top, and then I'm just going to squeeze this down. These crocodiles are just absolutely brilliant. I'll leave the link to these in the description box below because every time I use this I get asked what it is. It's a We Are Memory Keepers crocodile, crop with a P, crocodile, not crocodile as in gator mouth. So next I just want to add some sari silk. I've got this beautiful rose pink sari silk here which I think will go really well. We've got a natural break in this, so that seems like a good place to cut. I'm just going to fold that in half and see if I can get this to thread through. Let's give it a bit of a twist. If not, I'll have to get my metal needle that I sometimes use. No, that's fine. And I'm just going to thread this through. And that's my finished tag. Of course, by just stitching my butterfly in the centre, we've got bags of dimension. Just look. So let me show you from the side. Isn't that just beautiful? I've cut my sari silk a little bit shorter as well. So how about using this beautiful pink? I know that this was a favourite for some of you, so what I'm going to do is cut this down, and I think this time we'll make some greetings cards. I'm going to fold this in half and then take it off to my paper trimmer and just trim off this edge here where it's a bit raggedy at the ends. We can use that for something else, but that will give us more of a square shape, I think, which will be easier to use. This What I've got now that I've cut my papers down, and of course I've got both sides. I've got this one here and this one. I think this side is more intense and dramatic, so I think those are the sides I'm going to use. I've got a hole in this one here. I love that because bring back my Asian book and just look, you can see the Asian text. In fact, actually you can see it more through this one here because the paper is thinner than you can this one. You can actually see the Asian text on this, but it's much more clear on this one here. If I hold it up to the camera, I don't know whether you can see if I move it around, especially where that hole is. So, you know, let's keep that. But I've also got this that I can use as a piece of washi tape. It's just beautiful. And this tiny weeny strip as well, which I cut from where the papers were folded in half. So, of course, I'm going to keep that as well. I've got no idea what I will use it for, but I will find a use for it somehow. And I've got my Asian book here, and I'm just going to glue this down. Again, I'm going to add some stitching. It looks better this way around. With these ones here, as you can see, the little butterflies don't show up particularly well on either of them, and I want to use these as card toppers. So what I'm going to do is add some gold paint. I'm going to use the same enamel gold paint I used for my washi tape last week. Put a tiny blob of the paint just onto a piece of deli paper, and I'm just going to paint the back of my butterflies. Whoops-a-daisy, I think I've just knocked the camera. Now this paint is nice and translucent, so we'll add a really thin layer, turn it around, move it to a different piece of the deli paper. Let me just find something to pin this down with, so that I don't get my fingers, my mucky fingers, in the middle of it. And then I just need to set that off somewhere for it to dry before I can add some stitching. I'm going to take these a step further, and I'm just going to outline the outside of the butterfly with my Deco Colour Premium Prime Premio pen. I'll leave the link to this in the description box below, but all I'm going to do is just add some gold just around the edge of the wings, just so that it stands out on my background. So just very, very carefully just going around the edges. And this is the chisel nib pen. They also do a bullet nib pen, which many of you will have seen me use in the past. I just thought this one in particular would be easier for doing this. I've mounted both of these to 2 pieces of black cardstock. I think it looks absolutely wonderful with the pink on the black. I do want to add a bit of gold splattering. I should have done it before I glued the panel down, but you know, I didn't think about it. I'm just going to use a tiny amount of blue tack just to hold this flat. I'm just going to grab my Deco Colour pen as well, give it a bit of a pump, and then I'm just going to be really careful and try and get some gold splatters just in the centre of my card. Let's pump it a bit more. Here we are. I don't want too many splatters, just a few. Of course, I couldn't resist adding a few more splatters to these. I've added a few more to the butterfly wings. I've got some overspray, but I like it. I'm really happy with those. That's the other one as well. And whilst I was at it, or whilst I was waiting for the splatters on those to dry, I made these, which are embellishments that I can use in journals. Now, I've made these on regular book paper because I know that not everybody has Asian book paper available to them. So I just wanted to show you what these look like on just normal book pages. Really, really pretty as well. I've glued these one or sewn these ones down straight. If you don't have a sewing machine, you know, you could just glue these in much the same way. I just love having the dimension. Can you see how that looks? So I've got this one here and this one, 2 different sizes, and these are just ready now for me to put down as a focal image on a journal page. Aren't they just lovely? day. So here are today's makes. I've got 2 greetings cards. Of course, these are held flat with blue tack for the time being until my splatters are completely dry, because I used the Deco Colour Premium Prime Premio pen, which is oil-based. It just takes a bit longer for the paint to completely dry, so I'm going to keep the blue tack in place until, you know, that's set rock solid. I've also got my tag, which I kept plain. There's no splatters added to this one, and of course my 2 journal embellishments as well. So I hope you've enjoyed what I've created today, and it's given you some ideas as to how to use backgrounds that we've made in the past, keeping with the butterfly theme. I have also got some ideas as well that I'll share next week for using the washi tape that I made in last Sunday's video. So I'll be back in a couple of days or so with some ideas for using those. But I hope this has given you some ideas, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope it's given you some inspiration. If you've enjoyed today's video, as always, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. Do let me know what you think in the comments below, but most importantly, thanks for watching. Take care everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.